Hi everybody, just going to go over real quickly what we did today in this episode. The Trying to Adult channel vlog. We went to the Crockercon, and that is a small Comic Con that was hosted at a museum called the Crocker Art Museum. Very quickly, we just kind of walked through, checked out some vendors, had free access to the museum, free reign to check all the exhibits out, checked out an indie art area, did a few things that you might not see on video. But I had a good time. I got to see a lot of cool vendors, a lot of artists that were drawing, that have drawn their own comics or drawn a lot of their own art, and I really enjoyed it. I really want to go back next year. It was a unique experience. It's kind of in a modern / Victorian style building, because they've had some renovations over the years. They had a food area, they had a cosplay area where people were taking pictures, they had some activities going on. I bought a few things, just really like a sticker book, and I had a cool conversation with a vendor about Anime Los Angeles, which is something I'm going to go to in January. They do this ribbon collecting game, and I'm looking forward to that, and I'm eventually going to make some ribbons for that. But here, check out the episode and see if you like it. Alright channel, so let's just take this moment to reflect on how difficult it is to be a cosplayer sometimes. It's going to be a little embarrassing to go in public and dress up. People are definitely going to say things when you're around. And, you just got to accept it. Have fun, enjoy life. We're going into Crockercon, and several people have mentioned my cosplay. This is kind of like a convention, but an art thing too. You get a lot of local convention people that go, people who are just nerds, people like comic books, and you just got to assess whether or not you're fine with that. Yeah, some people are, some people aren't. I don't really care anymore at this point in my life. I just want to have fun and be an adult.
In our adventure at Crockercon, we went to go check out all the vendors on the first floor in the main area. We went outside, checked out vendors. They were hosting a cosplay contest, which was really cool. I didn't participate, but it was nice to see young people participating. Outside, they had some food vendors, they had some artists. Felt bad for the people out in the sun, but there were a few anime and comic related vendors. We actually went inside to go upstairs to check out some of the art because it was free access to attendees for the Crockercon. Upstairs they also had vendors. I found a really cool vendor that I really liked and talked to them about ALA ribbons, which is Anime Los Angeles. I explored some more after buying something.
Alright channel, well, we're in cosplay, we're walking around an art museum, and we're just going to see what we can find. Might find some other cosplayers, might explore the art. Let's go.
I found a really cool exhibit that had some Native American art. I was walking around exploring. I liked the art style. Some of it was kind of modern. I even found a Wonder Woman Native American style art piece. There's some contemporary, funky art. Really liked it. It was vibrant, and even more Wonder Woman art. I was really happy to see that. It was interesting to see. It was comic related. It's nice to see women represented in art and comics, so Wonder Woman's a great addition. I also checked out some of the older art sections. It was kind of, I would say, Eastern art, European. And then they had an indie game developer area where they had indie games and developers set up, talking to people. I even got some information from one local vendor because I think my nephew wants to get into game development, or at least explore it, so it'd be cool for him. He's in high school. Explored a little bit more. This is the older style Victorian art when this was actually a mansion. Went up to the third floor, took the stairs. The stairs are pretty chill and easy to get through. Even more art, sculptures. Again, this used to be a mansion before it was donated and expanded to be a museum. So checking out European art, stuff from Italy, France, England, just looking at old art. And again, this is free. I can't complain. Got access. I rarely go to museums just because of my time. I'd rather go to a convention, and this just happened to be a convention, Crockercon. Again, checking out more art. It was really cool to see. This was the modern art section. They had more Native American theme, and it was modern contemporary stuff. This was actually made out of trash, and an artist put it to place everything well together to get a scene. I really like that. Really cool art. I had a good time. I wish they had an exhibit that was more comic or anime related. I know in the past that they have had exhibits like that, but there are some like comic and anime themes in some of the stuff. I even checked out the Asian art section. It was really cool. There's a lot of old style pottery and kitchenware, and that was nice to see.
Well, channel, we are exploring the museum in our cosplay. There's more cosplay stuff and vendors downstairs, but I haven't been to this museum in a while, so I figured I'd come check it out. Currently checking out the Asian art part and specifically Middle East. So let's explore, see what we see, and look at some really cool art.
Checking out some more of the Asian art, the pottery was really cool, and I really like seeing this kitchenware. Just shows you what, humanity's gone to and from. And there was even this little sculpture. It was a drummer, but it reminded me of Shrek. It was kind of funny to see. I was checking out some more stuff. This is like the Arab, Thai, Eastern Asian, kind of India to Thailand art. A lot of pottery, glassware, and teacups. And I really like seeing all the snuff bottles, and it's just interesting, how people used to carry small items, and just that small item was like glass was precious. They had more art and glass, and it was just cool to see what personally designed glass was like. Then we made our way outside where they had some pictures, and then there was even a panel. There were some guys, they are actually had worked with Marvel back in the 80s and worked on comics. This panel was specifically about Jack Kirby, who I guess had worked on Captain America, the Human Torch, Fantastic Four, and several other comics that helped pave the way for where comics and Marvel is today. Here's some older gentlemen. It was nice to hear him talk. There was a little bit of back and forth banter, so that was enjoyable. I was there for a few minutes, decided to sit in.
Well, we are with the Jack Kirby Museum, who among other things produces the fine t-shirts that I am modeling. We're down to a couple extra larges and one or two larges on them. These are good for me. And these are silkscreen posters that have been licensed from DC, which is doing the Kirby Museum's dedicated to keeping Jack's name alive.
Alright, channel, so we're just now leaving Crockercon. I had a good time. They had vendors, which were pretty much just artists, honestly. A lot of good artists. I couldn't really tell if they were well established or small, independent, upcoming artists. They were all independent for sure, but it was cool that they had a cosplay contest at some point that I didn't really check out. I explored the museum because I haven't been to this museum in a while, and it was a good family vibe. My niece, my nephew, my mom were actually supposed to show up, but they weren't really feeling it, so they didn't actually end up making it. They had food available for purchase. I took a picture. It was really cool. Again, I'm in my Choji cosplay from Boruto, adult Choji, and first time wearing it and really enjoying this cosplay. I checked out a panel about Jack Kirby, a old Marvel artist who had worked on Captain America and other stuff. What else? It was a good time. I would come back. I'd like to bring some friends, just have like a cosplay group. But until next time, and at the next time.